say to you, motorcyclists, please pay attention.
And that's the voice of
my own moral, no to say. So before we start to even explain it in detail, let me tell you first my stand on the whole motorcycle, my belief in the whole issue. Right? I personally believe that the motorcycles are a necessary component of this economy and a major contributor towards the economy of this country and the welfare of the people. I also believe that the livelihood matter. I believe that they should be able to feed their family. I believe that behind all of these motorcycles that are real human beings back here, that got people depending on them. So we got almost 1 million plus people in the country depending on welfare from motorcycles in different regards. So I believe that, I understand it. I am a passenger as well. There are times that I ride motorcycles. There are times that I ride again myself in different areas. In corporate, I plenty of a people now getting out while driving a late 20 before you know who I am. But we always have these different exchanges. I live in Clear, the bridge cut. Almost 6 years the bridge being cut. I get to the road, I park my car, hide there, war room, motorcycle. So I understand the impact that you all have on the economy, and I am very, 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 very concerned about everything that's happening. When I spoke over, I know that the president, they say, all the men that come, they can stop all of us from running back and forth. That's the story. That's the meeting. Yeah. If anyone has been following me, anytime I go video to talk and talk to you and say, oh, the motorcycle there, I'll put it on everybody that's using the road. The bottom line here, there's a lack of a culture of safety in this whole country. All the people using the road. We live in a country where basically they give you license without knowing why you can actually do the give a license for. So people don't even know why the car, nobody know why they know the road side, and that's the license they give to you. So far the private group, something else is responsible. Yeah. So this thing, it has to be multiple pronged approach to be able to deal with it. There has to be training. There has to be education. So there's a lot. People get on motorcycle, nobody taught them how to ride it. They just know how to move it, so they get on the road. All they're doing is moving it. You're not riding according to the rules of the road. If you look at our accident statistics, you go to the hospital. If you see the amount of people that have gotten injured, the amount of people that have died as a result of accident. I mean, like, bro, they bring a brother one of the worst in the world. They want the worst. And I'm not coming to the motorcycle. I'm not targeting motorcyclists and keke because that the people who we don't like in society or they're the most reckless. No. The reason why I'm coming to you is because you see what we're here, they badge and they plan. They gave us authority to protect people's life and people's property. So even when you want to kill yourself, and the police will stop you from killing yourself. So basically, the danger that you're exposed to is the reason why we're reaching out. If you eat that, the car has accident, the iron to iron, right? When you want a motorbike, by the time the motorbike has accident, the iron straight to the flesh, or the cement straight to the flesh. So that's why we're concerned. We're concerned about safety, but we are also equally concerned about livelihood. We're also equally concerned that you should be able to maintain your family, to be able to provide for them. These measures that we are putting in place is not meant to harm or hurt anybody. Last week, press conference, I told you, I said, listen, protest is not a way. For us, our own work, that's what we do. When people want protest, we protect you. Because it's your right under the Constitution. We protect you through your protest. But if your protest there in the way of the other man, we got to protect the other man on the right too. That's all. So that equal rights. So on a rule is just to be there for everybody. We're there for the protester, we're there for the polar part of the protest. So we decided, we said, listen, protest can disrupt the time, it can breach the peace, it can cause spiritual. So yeah, bring ideas, let's sit down and let's talk and see what the best way. I told her, I said, anybody who get better ideas than the police will take us an idea. So today, After that call, a lot of people came in, soup from the university, report to different organizations with me with different ideas. So we listen to all of them. So today the vice president called us to the office and decided to intervene in this matter. And we together have reached a decision. We have reached a decision. Y'all ready yet? Do we all respect the law of the land? Do we all want the law of the land to stand to protect us too? Very good. This is it. We have decided, we have all agreed, all of the representatives, together with the vice president, we said we agree. Same as the vice president, we want to be compliant. Motorcycles are not violent people. Yes, sir? Yes! Thank you. We want to be compliant. What we want to do, we want to be insured, we want to be registered, we want to have helmet, we want to have proper gear, we want to go around with one person, we want to use the go-to. Right? You all agree to it? Okay. So what we decided, we said to make it even stronger, listen now, to make it even stronger, we will provide training, that would be a real later on, for safety, but we will stay with agree. Listen, that is a new partner. Hey, new buyer. We say, okay, Mr. Vice President, we are popular with the so what we do, the era what we cut off, the administrative era, as of the May 15th, anybody who need any of the regulation, you get that era when you meet all the regulations, you apply in that era. Yeah. Then we get the rest of the time, 3 months, for everybody to ride, make more money to make sure they make the full requirement before we are stealing all over. Okay, so listen, listen. So let's be clear. Let's be very clear. Once you have all of the things that are listed, insurance, registration, you properly attire, I mean, wear your safety gear and your reflective vest. But whatever I get a tool, you now on it. You buy a helmet, I want to get a helmet. You can ride for ear that they're charging the people. If you get it, look on it. Yeah. You want to do that one? Yeah. So that make it clear. As of May 15, gentlemen, as of May 15, those regulations will come into force. You will come to force May 15. The rest of the time, you can pass it right there, you be riding, you can make your small money, when you get to pay, you come out all over. So in 3 months out there, we are spending all the time we start doing in other parts of the country. I want to thank you. I respect you all. Your contribution is meaningful. You are an integral part of the society. The police will continue to protect you. The police will observe your rights and will make sure that we build better friendships. Thank you.
Who are in government holding political party position must resign.
They must resign.
The code of conduct in part 5.
Maybe you need to come back.
Yeah. The code of conduct says once you are appointed by the president, you are not supposed to be in political party management. If you are a chairman, you co-chair, you secretary, you treasurer, you chaplain of a political party, that's political party management. If we're going after people for violating the code, on one count, we cannot be violating the code on another count. Okay. I'm demanding, this is a general code. The next time I come here or anywhere and I have to do this, I will call name of those who must do so. They know themselves already.
Kojuka Chaliba is the Deputy Commissioner General for Operation. Yeah. And then Patrick Duru is the Director for Administration. And again, we are grateful for the opportunity. As you may be aware, Library Mobility Service is a service delivery and a revenue generating entity within the Ministry of Justice. Commonly, we will call it BIN, the Bureau of Innovation and Standardization, funded in 1956. With Islamic security services, we are also taxed to raise revenue. And last year alone, we were taxed to date. We commissioned an internal system audit of the questionnaire and assets of LIS. And the report was completed yesterday. It would be interesting to know that the LIS, we began the tax with 2,000. We began the tax of running the LIS with 2,388 personnel, men and women. And of this amount, 148 personnel were not accounted for. Of 2,388, 148 personnel were not accounted for. We would have accounted for 2,137. And of this amount, 62 personnel were not accounted for. 27 dead, 6 travel, 4 reassigned, 4 resigned, and 4 AWOL, absent from official leave. So the current strength of the LIN is 2,400.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO, Stanton with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon.
Okay, tune to Spoon to be part of our discussion. Emmy, welcome to the show. I think you welcoming us tonight officially.
You already started, nurse. Nursing. Welcome everyone to the late night show. Nursing is in a little situation, so bear with me. I'm a trainee here right now, if I don't say the right thing. But I think all of our listeners and commenter in the comment section, welcome as always. It's gonna be a great show tonight, and sorry for the delay. I think we are on a little late due to some situation with nursing and right. So we're here now. So let's have a good discussion tonight. And yeah, nursing. I think the people can hear you, so you have to welcome Francis. So we're not gonna go through the list tonight. Naming everybody welcome in the comment section because we're a little late behind time. So I think we should just go into the topic and get started for the night. I don't know what you think, Nelson, but that's my opinion. Or should I knock the gavel down? And
you the boss.
Yeah, right. So shall it be. But yeah, welcome guys. Sorry if you don't hear your name tonight. Your names. Should we do a little bit, Francis? I don't think there's a lot of people here.
I think it'd be quick. If you want, I can run through quickly a few that I can see on Facebook and YouTube. I'll be real quick.
Yeah.
Mary Lincoln, welcome. Victoria B. Cheeks, welcome. Annie Flomo, welcome. Victor Martins Brown, welcome. Hipko Kasi, welcome. Let me see YouTube. Alice Bond, welcome. Joseph Colley, welcome. Emmanuel Takbajwa, welcome. Adam Kamara, welcome. Moses Colley.
That's my daddy.
Welcome. Who? Adam Kamara?
He's his baby girl.
Okay, James Michael, welcome. So far as I can see on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, and I think I see Victor Martins Brown. I see Annie Flomo. You already call Heko and you call Adam. Miss Ruth, go by. Welcome, Mama. Um,
Satu's son.
Ma Satu son, James, Michael, Moses, Cully. Yeah, that's all we have. Welcome, you guys. Let's have a great show tonight. Um, we're here to discuss the issues in Liberia tonight, and yeah, nothing. Back to you.
Yes, certainly. Yes, certainly. And a lot is happening in the country. We hope we can have the luxury of time to just flip through the issues tonight, and the rest of the folks will join us as we go on. But just a quick one to start with has to do with this issue we've been discussing. We should have hosted the guys from the, how do you call it, from the motorcycle union, but we've been told that they will be here with us tomorrow to talk about this issue, the no-go zone, the restriction, this much publicized activity that the Liberian National Police thought to roll out as a way of ensuring some, order in the traffic and ensuring safety for the motorcyclists and other folks out there. Today, the police IG revealed to Liberians with just 6 days to the roll out of this particular process. 6 days to go. The LMP boss today said that uh, they've they've had a conversation with some representatives of the motorcycle and tricycle unions and the vice president of the Republic of Liberia. And following the discussions, the vice president have pleaded with them that um, they revisit the decision. And so they've decided to revisit this particular process. What exactly are they going to be doing? Well, the no go zone will go on, but it's not going to be the way it was previously announced. The people who have helmet, the people who are using the reflective jacket, the people who have their motorcycles registered and insured with their V mirrors all correct, they will be applying the no-go zones. And they're gonna give them the period of 3 months or so. And following that, then they'll roll out the process uh, in other parts of the country, going out, making sure that before you plow the street, you should be registered, insured, have all of the requisite documents and stuff like that. He also mentioned the issue with training. They're going to have training for the guys to make this even more effective so that they can they can ensure that the people riding the motorbikes are well trained, they know what they're doing. But this pronouncement, Emin and Francis, it came as a shock to so many people, especially with about 6 days to the roll out of the exercise. Some people see it as weakness on the part of the government in general, not just the police, that they will make a pronouncement, and when there's a protest, especially that motorcyclists have been talking about some dissatisfaction they've
Mhm.
had with them, and then in no time the police will come up and try to revisit this thing. I mean, but let's start the conversation from here. What do you think? Is it a good move on the part of the police to revisit this thing? From nobody will apply this corridor to once you have your bike registered, you're insured, and all of that, then you can make use of this corridor. I mean, what do you guys think? Let's start the conversation from here.
Yeah, so you want me to start? Francis, you want
Yeah, let's start with Francis.
to?
I mean, yeah. So this, like you said, Nelson, this caught everybody by surprise, and I, for one, was in full, still in full support of the restriction and things like of the road that they can access. But you see, this the difference between this administration and the last, right? Not even to politicize this whole thing, but we know that we can't take politics out of this. The last administration, when Ellen administration put, I think, similar restrictions in, when they came back, they just said, "You get out on the street," because they were looking for votes. They had no care for safety, for lives and property, protecting lives and property. They had no care for that. But this administration is looking at it on a larger scale. It's not just about vote or whatever the case may be, because they're waiting to keep the restriction in. But now, as we all listen to the IG, there are things put in place. One, you should have a helmet for the driver and the passenger. You should have you should pretty much have a uniform. You should have view mirrors, and you should be registered. You should have insurance and all that stuff. Because
but Francis, does this make any difference? A lot of people think that this is something that demonstrates weakness on the part of the government. Well, especially with the vice president getting involved, and in no time, this whole discussion has taken a whole different direction.
Nothing. There's no weakness on the part of the government. Let's be realistic here. I know people most of the time, even our traveling, right? Cindy posted something about Rwanda, how people plowing the street, right? So what? Folks want to compare Rwanda with Liberia. Let's take it bit by bit. Liberia, one, look at our life expectancy in Liberia. And what contributes to the low or poor life expectancy in Liberia is the lack of health care. And when this accident happens, if it's critical, people lose their lives or their limbs and things like that. And we all experience how bikers will ride in traffic, in and out of traffic, in and out of oncoming lanes and things like that, right?
And Francis, I get the safety aspect and everywhere you come from with that. But again, let's take a look at this administration. When when this administration took over, one key quote that a lot of people ran with was when the president now said there will be no business as usual. And so that became the quote of the time, no business as usual. We want to do it the way people have been doing it before. But coming back to where we are, if you look back yesterday, there's the same thing that happened, right? A lot of time, people, let's say the government yesterday decided to remove those guys from the streets. And when those guys threaten them about the issue about votes or what have you, and then they release those guys, they let them go. And today we are seeing another, something that looks somehow similar. Well, government says those guys will be removed on the 15th. They said they will protest and what have you. In no time, there's a whole different direction. Francis, how is this different from what happened yesterday?
Nelson, there's a big difference. Yesterday, when you say yesterday, you mean the CDC-led government, right? Okay, the CDC-led government were looking for votes. Plain and simple. The brothers got back with no caveat, no restriction. But look at what happened. In a country, you have to have a balancing act. So the government is saying you have to have insurance. For example, if Nelson is driving his car and a motorcyclist come and cause accident and damage to Nelson's car, that insurance should pay for Nelson's car, should fix Nelson's car. That's a huge difference. You have safety equipment, helmet for both the rider and the passenger. They should have pretty much uniform, that vest they're talking about, the reflector vest. There are a lot of things that put in here that we as government never care about, but only vote. I will know our folks will come and sit on the platform saying, "Oh, we told you this and that, but they had no idea, right?" Like I said, this was posted, similar to what posted by Sandy in our chat room about what happened in Rwanda. And I know some of our folks want to quote that on here like it's original idea. But I'm glad I went ahead of it to dismiss that whole thing. Because they have no care for safety. No care for safety. But now the government is telling you, if you do not get these things in place, you cannot plow these major streets. And you saw they were happy. All the motorcyclists are not lawless. They want to follow the rules. Just put the rules down and be strict about it. Don't just leave it open for everybody to just run wild. So now, if the government now does not impose or enforce this new restriction that they're bringing in, the helmet for everybody, the uniform, the registration, and the insurance, then we can call that business as usual. But this is not business as usual if they enforce what they are talking about. Yeah, me too, Nelson.
Again, let's go back a little. I'm gonna take Vasco, then I come to you, Emmy. But let's go back a little. AFL widows or wives had a protest. They carried on a serious protest, and then the next thing we saw was that a Armed Forces Day celebration was canceled. And then the next thing we saw was that the very concern they raised was giving the necessary attention. They said they don't want the defense minister, and indeed, whether he was pressured or whether he himself decided to resign or whatever, but he left the position. We're talking about a situation with motorcyclists today, and of course, they said they will protest. Police said they will remove them in no time. The decision is back. Well, whether it's on the order of the VP, we know that the VP will want a second chance. He will want a re-election come 2029. But are we making progress, Francis?
Nelson, that is not this is not something. It's not comparable. One, let's look at the AFLYs that you mentioned, right? None of us have read the outcome of the investigation. And the Senate got it in their secret vault, their own investigation that they conducted. They have in their secret vault. So nobody knows what's in what's the outcome, right? And then, if the vice president, you can see the vice president trying to run in 2029, that's why he's doing it, that'll be a speculation. But if all of the stipulations they put in place, the helmet, the insurance, the registration, all these safety things that they said they have to have before they can apply the major highway, if they just let it go, fly, without enforcing it, then you can see that business as usual and the vice president using it for votes. But that's not the case. I know what you're trying to say. Oh, as so small protests happen, then the government cave. The government is not caving on nothing because the government is telling you, in order for you to plow the street like you want to, you have to abide by X, Y, Z rules. The CDC government did not say you have to abide by anything. They just say you come by my people, you just run mock in the street. Just look at what happened in Kinjor. Today, everybody yelling. The government went and shot people in Kinjor, but they failed to realize nobody in favor of anybody getting killed, right? But nobody knows the outcome of the investigation. And also, people saw police depot burning, and people want to make it seem like the people that were protesting Kinjor were singing Hallelujah Joy and just marching back and forth. People came open fire like Rambo movie. And that was not the case. You see? So when the government pushed back, y'all say the attitude too harsh. When the government come level-headed and meet the protesters where they are, everybody find a common ground, they just say the government came. This is a responsible way to handle this situation. So if the government does not enforce what they ask the riders to do, then we can all sit here and keep on this. Unlike just your government and just here say your come and run, this is different.
You are a father. You're the father in the home. Your child cries and says, oh, I want candy. You get a child a candy. Your child says, I want biscuit. You get a child a biscuit. Your child says, I want take bath. You say, okay, don't take bath. Your child says, I want to go to school today. You say, okay, don't go to school. Francis, are you, I mean.
Nelson, that is not a good example because I know candy is bad for my child. You'll not keep eating candy. But my child said that. Can I do the dishes so I can go practice my football? If I say you're not practicing football until you do the dishes, then that's a compromise because my son want to play football. That football could be better for your future. But you have to do what I say in my house first by doing the dishes before you go play football. So they have to get the uniform, the safety equipment, the insurance so that when the damage Nelson car accidentally, the insurance will pay for Nelson car or fix the damage to it. But during real time, they can damage people's car and they just go free. Nothing happens. They even hit you. They can flock you. They can damage your car and go. That was what happened in Georgia. I was there 2022. They hit
Thank you.
my cousin view mirror while we were driving in the street. And you say anything to cost you. But now there are rules in play. So we shouldn't make it seem like all the government care. The government did not care for anything. This is what responsible people do.
Thank you very much, Francis. Let's hear from Vasco on this talking point. Vasco, go ahead. Your take. The police today announced that, look, we're going back on this thing. That no-go zone we talk about, no. The people who get what it takes to apply the no-go zones will go along those corridors. What's your take? Does this in any way demonstrate weakness on the part of the current administration, or has the government been able to acquire for herself a score in that her people cried, the motorcyclists had applied, and the government was able to listen?
Thank you, Nelson. Let me say hi to you, Ami. Look, Nelson, we've been saying it right here, right? First of all, let me say a big thank you to the government for listening to people like us who've been advocating for Liberians, struggling Liberians, including the motorcyclists. I've been on this show more than 3 different times speaking on behalf. It might be like I sounded funny, but whatsoever I said on this show,
No, it will not be like sounding funny. You're not sounding
yeah,
funny.
I know they read a comment because I can't see it, but I know the inner comment saying all kind of things about me now. But I said it again.
My image from the screen.
You paranoid.
I said it. And, oh, sorry.
That's not disappear from the screen. Oh. Can you hear me?
I think you touched something.
I didn't touch anything. Oh, wait, my camera. Oh, my bad.
You cut the camera off, yeah. But interestingly,
when he lying, that what can happen?
Because Vasco lying, so the Holy Spirit strike him.
Exactly.
That's what's going on right
now.
He
will measure what they say, and I restricted for sending and post in the chat room.
Is it the spiritual? Is it the spiritual fire?
Yeah, the spiritual fire. Yeah. Holy Ghost fire.
But that look ugly.
The Holy Ghost fire got you this time.
Go ahead, brother Vasco.
The calamity, I shouldn't bring it to me.
But you've been speaking about it too much, I have to come to you.
You shouldn't bring your calamity. That's still real with it. But Nancy, let me friend. Look, you see me, so let me commend the government. Nancy, this is not about weakness. This is the right thing. But this thing today, I think that's almost like the third or fourth era. So it's like this government, since the people came to power, I've been looking, observing them. What I observe is that they don't think before they do things. They can do things before they come back and they start thinking. And any group of people that think that way, you're bound for big failure. Observe this government. Everything they started doing, they can come, boo. Then at the end of the day, they come back. Either they will apologize or people take them to court. And this is not hard for government to run. And we've been saying it here. So today, I'm one of the happiest person because my advocacy on this show, it has yielded fruit. And I'm one of the proud person today that Spoon is widely listening to. And I'm here speaking on behalf of the ordinary Liberian motorcyclists.
So you consider yourself as speaking for the Liberian people. But Vasco, let's face the reality here. Are we making progress when it comes to this whole enforcement thing and trying to control order in the traffic to ensure public safety and stuff like that? Because that under the CDC administration there were several attempts made to control this very issue we're talking about today. It didn't work. The CDC tried twice. It didn't work. I remember there were times when those police officers would stand in the streets with the ratting, the baton, everything,
Mm-hmm.
but it still didn't work. Are we making progress as a country? Now, all politics aside, Vasco, are we making progress?
Nelson, when you say progress, for me, we are not making progress. And we are not making progress because the decision that we're taking. I came here and said something, everybody was making, Vasco. Look, Monrovia cannot be changed. That place is a commercial hub. I said it here. There are certain things you cannot do in that place. If you decide to do it, it might be good to you. You'll be looking at it to be a very good idea that you really want to do it. But if you think you want to do it, then you're about to infringe on other people's right. And today the government somewhat sorted because they know that the motorcyclists had a very valid point that they were about to infringe on these people's right. I said all you can do,
So,
put in your regulation. And that's what they end up doing today.
Vasco, you lie. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you are a
no,
liar.
no,
You
no,
did
no,
not
no,
say
no,
any
no,
of
no,
those things.
Francis,
look,
I'm
Yeah,
not
none of
saying
those
you're
things
a
to your
lie.
argument.
no, Francis, you are seriously interrupting the brother. You are seriously
Let me take my
interrupting.
Francis,
next 2 minutes, but he
Nancy,
said a lot of
that's
good
the
stuff.
way. I
But but
said
but
this
let's
will be
let's
a
do this, right?
yeah.
Let's do this. So, in the face of everything the guys are doing, I'm going to play just a portion of this particular video, right? In the
Mm-hmm.
face of everything the guys are doing, one of the narratives that was being conveyed was that those guys are being sponsored by some politicians, especially so opposition figures. That it was the opposition figures that were influencing the guys, especially how do they call themselves? Another fashion of the motorcycle group, that it was the legs of Frank Safoko, the legs of Jeka Koluba, who is now in between opposition and ruling position, the legs of and other opposition lawmakers. The narrative was that those people were the ones pushing those guys to do what they were doing. So assuming that those people were the ones pushing those guys to go ahead and threaten the government, to go ahead and stage protest. Was it the right thing for the government to have done what the opposition wanted them to do?
Nancy, first of all, that entire analysis, the opposition, especially the representatives Safoko and other people beyond the motorcycle trying to stage a protest, that is completely out of order. Because Nancy, I am the victim. I got my family to feed. I know how much I make when I apply those places. And today you come to take me or stop me from getting my daily bread. Nobody have to tell me to come in the street to protest for my right. Nobody. I know people want to play politics, all of this thing. CDC, we don't have our feelings. The day we decide to protest with all the hardship in the country, you will see us. I will come on and show you. I will call my personal platform and create awareness for that protest. So we cannot have beyond the motorcyclists. These people, they are the one feeling the pinch. And after Foko and Yaka Kuruba, they are the one who will be the victim if the government succeed to get them out of the street. They're the one who have to report to pay for the bags that they're using. Because most of them doing work and pay. How will they feed their family? So they are the people that this thing was affecting. So nobody going to go there to say, "Yo, go protest. The government want to do this." No.
Now, Vasco, the final on just on this final note, then we'll move to Emmy.
Yeah.
In the pronouncement made today by the police IG,
Yeah.
he said that having consulted with the vice president
Exactly.
and some representatives of the motorcycle unions, they decided to revisit this no-go zone restriction. Do you sense any political undertone here, Vasco? I mean, the fact that the vice president is linked to this latest decision is linked to the police somersaulting on what they had previously planned to roll out with respect to this no-go zone. I mean, what's your take on that, Vasco?
For me, look, Jeremiah Kuhn is not a typical angry unity partisan.
Okay.
Jeremiah Kuhn is somebody that got feelings for people. Jeremiah Kuhn know where he came from. He struggled to get to where he is today. He know what it takes to get these guys or taking food from the table. That's why, look, if our President Waka turned and I fire almost 4 or 5 top government officials, even the police died of firing. Because these are the things that can make the government to look ugly. Everything he did today, going to Kun. So you want to tell me these people can just make decisions without consulting? When you talk one group of people, who told you that they think it will not yield any fruit because this identical man they been operating with. This man is a part of the Unity Party chairman or group. He got a job now. You saw him coach today. He got a job to get it. People accusing that they're not government not getting car and all. That the man you were dealing with and leaving the rest of the motorcyclists and the tricycle people on the other side. And today you see the outcome. That's why before you do anything on this earth, you have to get other people involved. Don't dare jump up because you want to make your name. I think so far the only people that are trying small in their own government are the DA or they're messing up, but they're trying to saw them capture another on drugs. That's the only department are trying, but the rest of the people just messed up. 22 million mud rule, asset recovery,
Thank you, Vasco.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vasco. Thank you. Let's show you there. I mean, let's hear your take on this issue. Given everything that we've seen, the police IG was able to let the cat out of the bag today, and I want to just play just a little portion of this. Then you come in, Emmy. I want this video to bring you.
They passed and they plan. They gave us authority to protect people life and people property. So even when you want to kill yourself, and the policeman will stop you from killing yourself. So basically, the danger that you're exposed to, these measures that we are putting in place is not meant to equally concerned about livelihood. You also equally concerned that you should be able to maintain your family, to be able to provide for them. These measures that we are putting in place is not meant to harm or hurt anybody. Last week in my press conference, I told you, I said, listen, protest is not a way. For us, our own work, that's what we do. When people want protest, we say, listen, protest can disrupt the time, it can breach the peace, it can do. So today the vice president called us to his office. Yeah, so we listen to all of them. So today the vice president called us to his office. Yeah, so we listen to all of them. So today the vice president called us to his office and decided to intervene in this matter. Yeah, so we listen to all of them. So today the vice president called us to his office.
We already heard it.
In this matter.
Now, I want to hold this thing here. I want to hold this thing here a bit. But you listen to him. The police IG is saying that the vice president called them to his office. The VP himself Having listened to this thing with motorcyclists, oh, we come and move the people from the street, the vice president himself decided to call the police to his office. But let's listen to the latter portion. Why did the vice president call them to his office?
And we together have reached a decision. We have reached a decision. Have you heard it yet? Do we all respect the law of the land? Do we all want the law of the land to still to protect us too? Very good. This is it. We have decided, we have all agreed, all of your representatives, all of your representatives together with the.
Now, I mean, let's hear you on this one, man. Let's hear you on this one. I mean, you heard the police IG.
Yeah, so Nelson, what he said that the bicyclists need to do, it's not a bad thing, right? But I don't like the sign of the vice president call us in his office and intervene. I don't like that. Okay. Now it gave everybody
That is be gone.
It gave everybody the impression of somebody worrying about 2029 because people's crying. That's what it looked like. Because first of all, if the IG is making a decision, that's his department. And first of all, the people don't have to go call every motorcycle in that room to talk to them fast, because that's why they got representatives. That's why they got president, they got vice president, they got, because you can't have everybody in a meeting. That's number one. And I mean, he said that, oh, they need to wear a helmet, they need to do this, they need to do that, which is all good, right? But for instance, this is what they're supposed to do in the first place. If you knew, then you're supposed to do a lot of consulting, like real something to really come up with that one something that when you go, you're not coming back on it. That's what makes it look bad. And I don't like the fact that he said the vice president intervened, because that makes me think that Jeremiah Kuhn is worrying about 2029. And that's not why some people like us came on this platform to support them, to run campaign for them to be doing, worrying about 2029. If this is what, because people, they've been talking about this ever since, to have the insurance, to have the training, to have all of those things. If you know that's what you wanted to do, then you're supposed to wait, or you're supposed to go ahead and give that announcement, but not come up with something else. And then all these people making noise, and then they have their political something there behind and hiding in the back supporting them to disturb. Then vice president calling because he hear people, oh, they're taking food from people, which they're not taking any food from anybody's mouth. They were only restricting certain area for them to not go, and for safety reason and all of that. So why are you coming out now? If you knew you wanted to do this, why didn't you do it in the first place? This is
Emmy, Shirley, let me welcome you to the show. It's good to have you on. But Emmy, this, I don't know how to put this, right? The vice president getting involved. Are you sensing anything like interference here?
Yes, I am.
The vice president trying to interfere with the workings of the police when they've agreed, they've had meetings with those motorcyclists and stuff like that. Don't you think that the police, all by itself, as a well-trained unit that's supposed to enforce, don't you think
Exactly,
the police should have known better and done better? And because the vice president, I mean, whichever way you want to put it, did not lay anyone down and put a gun at their head and say, "Oh, you got to do this." No, that was not the case. Why would you want to drag the vice president into this thing, Emmy?
No, I'm not dragging the vice president. The vice president dragged himself into it, and the police IG told us. The police IG know what he's doing. He done it before, right? And he was successful at it or whatever. The vice president, you're a vice president, stay in your lane. Not every department that will make decision that you go and intervene in it. You understand what I'm saying? If there's something that is harming the people and something wrong, and that's a different thing altogether. But this is a safety issue. This was something that has been done before, and this guy came back, and it was undone by the reckless past government because they want to vote. And then you coming back because everybody, oh, is this going to be good for Jeremiah Kuhn 2029? Is it going to be good for because everybody running around? Whatever decision is made, they're not worrying about the country right now. Everybody worrying about 2029, 2029, 2029, which is ridiculous. And then all of a sudden, you calling them to intervene. When it first came out, when they first made that pronouncement, why didn't you call? If you feel like it was something unfair or something, whatever your reason was to do what you did right now, why didn't you call them? Why did you have to wait? They didn't. Oh, when is supposed to start? When is going to be what? Like E3 of what is it, Monday? And then all of a sudden, boom, you show up.
On Wednesday, it should have been Wednesday.
Yes, and this is why giving people like Vasco their talking point. And this is why I don't like. All of a sudden, Vasco said he had not praising Jeremiah Kuhn. He's not talking about the other partner that they call him, the other names, and they call him everything now. He is sitting here calling Jeremiah Kuhn. He's a good man. We know he's a good man. He listens to people. He let it. Thank God you keep putting your foot in your mouth.
Vasco, I think I need to get out and come back.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. This is not, it's not a bad thing. What they said that the motorcyclist needs to get me right, and that's what I said. It's a good thing, but that's the first step. Or you should have considered with the people that right and do. Don't tell me all right. You get everybody at 10 minutes. Let me see any man talk. So you done all of this, and then I know the police IG is not afraid of the protester. It's not afraid of I don't know where he belongs. He's not afraid of Safoko, whatever his name is. No, but the way in which Jeremiah Kuhn is what Jeremiah Kuhn, like you said, he didn't lay them down. But Nelson, come on, we all know Africa. Your boss call you and say something, even if that's not what you want to do, you will have to listen to them in a way.
Amy, why not look at this thing? Why not look at this thing from a point where the vice president being someone who sold gas in the street, the vice president being someone who pulled himself by the bootstraps, is now seeing himself in the motorcyclist and trying to find a solution to this problem.
So this is what I'm saying. When they first made that pronouncement, why didn't he see himself selling gas and pulling his stuff up by the boots? Why did he have to wait till when the deadline of this something to get into motion, and then he show up when he's seeing all these politicians like some of us here saying and giving analysis on it before you will call them to say something. It makes it look like they're caving, make them look like they are weak, which we know is not the point. I mean, it's not the idea, but I see why people will come out and be saying no nonsense. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay. Thank you, Emmy.
Francis, we gotta get away from there. Pull yourself by the boots. Pull yourself. That was wartime. Liberia we need to have a law country. We need to have a country of law. I know rule of law, and Liberia needs to get on the next page. We need to start. There's something we worry. Nobody will die because they're not taking anybody out of the street. That's the first thing first. So all that nonsense, we need to stop it. And Jeremiah Kuhn, if need be, yes, but not in this situation and to be interfering with people's jobs and be kind of sort of call it micromanaging or whatever it is. They need to stop that. This is we worry about Liberia now, not 2029. 2029 come, you can run your campaign.
Thank you. Francis, just take 30 seconds quickly, Francis, so we'll move to Shirley.
Quickly, first of all, let me just work my way back. I totally disagree with my sister Amy. Everybody else said the vice president have no right to step in. The police are not policy makers or lawmakers. They are law enforcers. The vice president, he's part of the policy making body of the government. So he has the right to step in, intervene, and do exactly what they said he did. It's not about campaigning for 2029. The police do not make policy or laws. They enforce the laws or that are on the book. So if the president maker come and say, okay, let's put XYZ in place, let them follow it, and then the police will enforce it. So he's absolutely right for doing what he did, if that's what he did. It's not about campaigning. The police don't enforce.
Everything the police does, they have to check with Jeremiah Kuhn and the president.
No, Amy, that's not what I'm saying.
This is what I'm saying.
If the Speaker of the House or the Senate Pro Tem or somebody, lawmaker are going to bring that in, the police only enforce. They don't make policy. So it's not up to the police to do what happened today. The police only enforce what came down for what they said the vice president put into place. Which
but
makes sense.
The police is not going to sit around the work for any policy in place before the work, though. This was their own thing. There was something. It's not. They don't. This is not a policy. Something that this is something that the police can make law. The police can make some decision on their own.
The police cannot make decisions on
their own. Put your hand down. This is
annoying, man. The book. But let me just go quickly to something. I want to let people understand. People that are following. Vasco lied. Vasco talking point before this day had nothing to do with what they are talking about today. Everything Vasco said, anytime they say something, they're taking food from people's mouth. They're taking food from people's mouth. Absolutely nothing. These are the people that are in charge with George Weah. If he was this smart and had good policy making a decision, right? Why would George Weah talk to people and just throw them back in the street when any Jersey government took them out of the street? Why didn't they put all these things in place before they left office? And so he wants to sit there and believe that he's such a wise man that can think twice. That's a lie. Everything about taking food from poor mouth, taking food from poor mouth. So do not lie to the people here. We say that every time. You have no policy. You knew nothing about this stuff. Everything was taken from people's mouth.
Francis, the time is up. Thank you. Thank you, Francis. Shirley's about to come in, but Vasco take 20 seconds quickly.
Let Vasco take your 20 seconds, I beg.
Thank you.
Just put your hands up. Forward, man. You think you're in school?
I know. I will ask my question, but I know today you'll be so angry on this show here, and you gotta calm down. Like I told you before, we on this show, I one of those that preach logical point also. And today my point
is that what you want to tell us?
Guys, no interruption, guys. Please don't interrupt the president.
My point have entered in the president ear. And I enter in the president ear today. First of all, my question is, this is your government. This is our government. So, can the vice president take decision on his own with all consultation with the president that y'all want to bring Jeremiah Kuhn in this?
Are you listening to yourself?
No. Let's let our brother to conclude.
Well, you have to give me 20 seconds too.
Nelson, my question to you people is, because you're blaming Jeremiah Kuhn. So I'm asking you, we all know how the Liberian system works, Liberian governmental system works. The president, the vice president don't have any power to just take decision without the president
without the consent of the president.
Without the consent of
the president, right? Okay.
The vice president. So I want to know.
You know that today. They were telling us Joseph Boga didn't do this. Joseph Boga didn't do that. When we're telling you anything, you said no. He could have done it.
But
then you know that. You keep putting your own foot in your mouth.
Let's not interrupt the brother now. Let's try to do this.
The president don't have nothing to do with the decision that Jeremiah control.
So Vasco.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to gather from you is that you're trying to link the president to this decision, the involvement or the intervention of the vice president. Is that true? Is that what you're trying to do?
Because I'm blaming the vice president, and I'm only trying to let her know that Liberia system, the vice president will not take any decision without the knowledge of the president. Okay. So in this thing that happened today, do not blame Jeremiah Kuhn.
The president is not in the country though. The vice president is the president. When the president
leaving the country, who all he can? You can see there's something. So your government, you don't know your own government running.
Okay, thank you, Vasco. Thank you.
We're talking about the way
Thanks a
government
lot,
works. We're
Vasco.
talking about
Now
yours there,
let's
you're there.
let's move to our sister Shirley. Shirley, go
Man,
ahead. Let's hear your take on this
you're
issue.
me. We know you Sterling, and now you're going.
I thought I would beat you on the show every day. I told you I already.
Shirley, please go ahead.
Well, I want to say hello to all of you. Um, Vasco, why are you wearing my collar today? Anyway, hello to everybody. And I'm glad Vasco is on mute, so please do not interrupt me when I'm talking. But I mean, I came in late. Watched half of the video and just hearing the police director, talking about basically safety when it's come to like the motorcycle getting back on the street. And I think just going through that process to make sure that it is first being safe to get on the street, and then making sure that um they go through the process of registering the motorcycle that they're gonna be driving on the street. I think that is a plus. Um, Safety come first, and as far as I think he said, like the vice president intervened, and I think not too happy about that, but um the police chief cannot just make a law for the country. It has to start from the top. So I think that if anything, if the vice president is saying that, don't take these people off the streets, I personally was against taking the motorcycle off the streets completed, because that's how they get to feed their family. I understand there have been a lot of accident, a lot of death, but it seems like if you can find another way for them to feed their family, you can just take them off the street. So I think just having some processes in place that people need to follow to make sure that they are safe coming on the street is a plus. That way, not every one of them you taking off the street, because not every motorcycle that on the street are reckless in driving or not safe in driving. So once they can follow the different steps that they need to follow for them to come on the street and make sure they are safe and our people are safe, I think it's a plus until they can find another means for them, which is finding maybe create another avenue for them to be able to use the motorcycle. For example, there was no gas. I don't know if gas in the country now. So how do you expect our people to go back and forth to work in school when the motorcycles are not allowed on the streets? So it is a plus to have them on the street because they get to transport our people back and forth to work in school. However, safety needs to be put in place, and I want to say it's a great thing that the police chief is coming up with those measures to put in place for our people to be safe. But taking it off the street
Shirley,
completed, I would say no.
Shirley, let's take a look at um this whole idea of the police starting on the decision. I mean, there are lots of people who see this as a demonstration of weakness on the part of the police, on the part of the government in general, given that they will come up with some policy, and once the citizens say they want to protest, and then they decide to let go what they've already planned. Don't you see that as the business as usual? That
No.
even the president spoke up when he said there will be no business as usual.
So I don't understand why is it gonna be from our business as usual. It's to me it's they are listening to the people. They are the government of the people. They need to listen to the people. They need to make a judgment when it comes to the people. If it's something that is not life threatening, um, it you cannot just take everyone off the street. It's not only going to affect them personally, it's going to affect the entire country because we don't have gas. And the motorcycles have been a really great help to be able to transport people back and forth to work and school. So if you're taking them off the street completely, what you're saying is that people shouldn't go to work and school. Look at you, Nelson, the last time, not to put you up front, but the last time you went to how many gas stations to go and get gas? So imagine that your car was on zero, right? And you're driving to those different gas stations and get stuck. How you supposed to go home? How you supposed to go to work the next day? But it's easier if you can just get a motorcycle and go to work and back and forth to work because you don't have gas in your car, or some people don't have means of transporting themselves. There is no public transportation where it's like, oh, I'm gonna go and take the bus, I'm gonna go and take the train. That's how other people get back and forth to work. So I think the safety measure that they're trying to put in place will help until they can find another means for the motorcycle to get them off the street entirely. That would be better. But for now, taking it off the street completely, no. And I don't think it make the police chief weak if he is listening to the people and see, knowing that, it's a concern for our people to just take them off the street completely. I don't think it making any weak. I think it making a better leader, that he is a leader of the people, because being a leader, you are servant. You have to listen to the people.
Thank you. Thank you. We want to make a quick transition now, but Emmy, you want to take 20 seconds quickly?
Yeah. First of all, they were not taking them off the street completely. No. And the motorcycle also used gas as well. And then we say here and say that police people can't do anything without consulting the street safety. Safety, street, the community, the environment. It's the police job. The police are not going to go to the president and the vice president. Oh, we about to do the other thing. What you think about it? Go ahead. Or must stop in. That's not how it works. So for us to come in and say, oh, it was they have to something they can put. This is not the kind of law that we're talking about that the country had to make, the president had to make, or the Senate has to make. No, this is all on the police director or IG to do that. And they were not taking it off the street entirely. No, it's just two major streets or whatever, or three, that the major street, they were into the community. They are not allowed to turn on that major street because it's a chaos, and it is a life and death situation. So it's not something that they say, oh, the police people have to, they didn't consult, they make law or policy. No, this is not the kind of thing they're talking about. It is that responsibility. That's why they give them that position, that job. But the vice president is not a security man, or he's not a policeman. The president is not a policeman. Okay, so they're not going to be running to them to ask them, what do you think should be put in place, or what should we do? That's what they entrusted the IG to do that. And the IG did not listen to the people to do that. The IG was doing the right thing. He is listening to the people. That's what he came up with that. He's done it before. The IG said the vice president intervened. That's the language that I do not like. He said the vice president intervened.
He did not explain those things. He said the vice president intervenes, but he didn't explain in depth what the vice president intervened. What does that mean? It could mean anything.
Play that video again. He just said it.
No, but I'm saying, I'm not disputing the fights. I'm just saying the vice president intervened could mean anything. He did not specify
he did not say mean anything. He told us what it meant.
The Lord, the land is still to protect us too. Very good. This is it. We have all agreed, all of the representatives, all the representatives together with the vice president, we agreed. Same as the vice president, we want to be compliant. Motorcycles are not bound. We all want the law, the land to still to protect us and reach a decision. Y'all heard it yet? So we together have reached a decision. We have reached a decision with different ideas. So we listen to all of them. But after that call, a lot of people came in. Soup from the university, Nopoto, different organizations work me with different ideas. So we listen to all of them. So today the vice president called us to the office. So today the vice president called us to the office. and decided to intervene in this matter.
Nelson,
And we together have reached a decision. We have reached a decision. Y'all heard it yet?
Nelson start repeating it.
So end.
Nelson, we got it.
Do we all respect the law of the land? Do we all want?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, conclude your
Nelson,
point.
So any like he said, community people wrote him, all of that was in the pipe, and he still had a team for the 15th. 15, right? What is Monday?
Yeah, the 15th. Yeah, not
Okay.
Monday, but it's
When
Wednesday.
the vice president calls, everything changes. So what are you telling me? Are you telling me the vice president? I'm not saying it's a bad thing for vice president or something, but the vice president should have interviewed from the beginning if you felt that this was not something going on. But to wait till they enforce something to come to the and then all of a sudden there's somersault, it's not a good look. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, and the vice president, I would say again, he's not a security person. So Gregory Coleman cannot go be taking order for him to go sit with. If he could do it, then you don't need Gregory Coleman. Say you have to be the one to do that.
Nelson, after watching the video, though, I know Francis, you're going to come in real quick. After watching the video, I don't think there is nothing that was in there that says when he went to the vice president before he changed or came up with a different decision.
No,
He
no,
said that
it's actually in the latter portion of the video.
Exactly.
He said he met with the vice president. The vice president intervened.
Yeah, but
and
no,
and they
he
reached
said
a decision.
yes, but listen to the video first. He said that all your lawmakers and all of us came up with a decision.
He said your representative. He didn't say
The representative, all the representatives. So the representative, the people that representing the people and him and the vice president, they came up with a decision.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't a one person thing where it's like, like the way Amy is saying it, that maybe he sat with the vice president, like, do X, Y, and
Surely
Z. No.
he been met with a representative. You had some of them on the show. You had them here, and they said that he been met with those people. So, just because he's speaking and saying it doesn't mean that it just happened. All of them just met today. No.
Well, guys, just
no.
quickly,
So he said, and I would like to conclude on that. So Francis can talk. I mean, we already got your points. I mean, I'm not here to convince you or anything, but I'm just saying what I heard from the video. He make it clear that to me, the decision wasn't a one-person thing. It wasn't even his decision. It was a decision where they all got together and they thought it was that it was better to come up with a decision not to take those people off the street, but to make sure that first they need to come up with a plan for them.
But first of all, I just want to stress back that the police does not just come up. The IG cannot just come up and say or make anything or enforce anything. Even in case of emergency, the mayor or the superintendent or somebody will say what needs to be done. The police can enforce laws that are already in the book without any instruction. But to get those people back over there to make decisions to get them off the street, that's not even the IG. The IG decision alone, the IG did not just come up in the beginning, initially, and say, we're getting the people off the street and put them in a special zone. That was not the IG decision. The IG cannot even make that decision on his own. They enforce, the IG can only enforce what he has instructed to do. No new law.
So then is the government that cave in there?
No, it's not about caving, but that's why you're
telling me said this was their decision.
I think you are here to just people today. You are not allowing people to talk today. You're just
so let me just finish quickly. Two concerns that I have with the whole thing said, right? I hope the government is responsible to make sure those insurance companies are solvent enough so that when accident occur, like it's been happening in the past, so that the insurance company have enough money to pay for damages. And also, when there's accident and there's a passenger on that bike, technically that passenger can sue the rider insurance company for personal damages. So I hope they not just come to bring some kind of company in our country there and say, oh, y'all can't take money for the riders and say they got insurance. But when accident happen and vehicles owner or passenger or pedestrians sue insurance company and they can't pay the whatever money judgment day before they can pay anything. I hope they took note of that and they evaluate that insurance company that will come in our country. Because know how Liberia is. There's riders to pay for insurance. Then when accident happen, no damages. I mean, when there's damages, insurance company ain't paying for nothing. Or somebody get hurt, insurance company ain't paying no medical bill.
Yeah.
I hope they should do better with that one too.
Absolutely. Not just take people money and not keep that side of the bargain.
Yeah. I mean, Francis, that's a really great point. But I think, like, you make a statement that I just want to, speaking from a positive perspective, I want to say, I won't say that if I were you, that, we know how Liberia is. How is Liberia? Are we looking for change? Are we thinking positive way that Liberia can present itself in a way that all of us can be proud of, or are we going back to what
Pointing
Liberia
out the
is?
fact doesn't mean you're not
What are we
thinking
talking
positive.
about now?
You don't have to sugarcoat everything. Point
I'm
out the
not saying that.
ugliness
I'm not saying
and
that. I'm
prepare
just
for the
saying.
future.
Where's
How
the
many times
Well,
people car have accident, motorbike hit people and all that stuff, or even car hit car? What insurance company come out to pay for anything? So if there's something new that to bring in, let them make sure the insurance company didn't just come here collecting people money, but they don't have enough money. What happened if there's 20 accidents in 3 months and 5 critical accidents? How many insurance companies over there able to pay $100,000 for medical treatment or pay
and I'm
for somebody's
saying,
new car that the motorbike caused accidental that cost 80,000 and stuff like that? How many insurance companies in Liberia can do it? Let them make sure they have the money. Let them check that bank account, check that statement, make sure they have something, they are solving enough and they have something, money that's deposited in their account or in a government bank account that is there so that in case of accident, it shouldn't be wait. When something happens, then you just call the insurance company,
someone
let
change
them
the topic?
decide. The money should be
yes,
available.
got you,
Thank you.
Francis, and I
Thank you, guys.
appreciate your
Thank you,
point.
guys.
Thank you.
So we have to move on now from this issue. Well, the Liberia Immigration Service is one of those key institutions in the country that a lot of attention has been on of recent. Well, the Immigration Service boss today appeared at the Ministry of Information regular press briefing, the MICAD. And he said some very important things today. I want to get just a portion of what he said. They did some internal audit within the entity, and they were able to uncover some
Gabby,
100. Can you mute? Okay, so let's listen to this video.
Money for 5 years been going. So that is an executive summary of the commission we did with the questionnaire and answers. 4 years, 388 questionnaire, men and we got the tax of running the allies with 2,000, and the report was completed yesterday. One, we commissioned an internal system audit of the questionnaire and answers of the allies, and the report was completed yesterday. It was interesting to know that the allies, we began the tax with 2,000. We got the tax of running the allies with 2,388 personnel, men and women. And of this amount, 148 personnel were not accounted for. Of 2,388, 148 personnel were not accounted for. We would have accounted for 2,137. And of this amount, 62 personnel were not accounted for. 27 dead, 6 travel, 4 reassign, 4 resign, and 4 AWOL, absent upon official leave. So the current strength of the LIS is 2,137. So if you do the math, you want to know where the 148 questionnaire money for the past years has been going. So that is an executive summary of the commission we did with the questionnaire and answers. We did another commission again. We commissioned an internal system audit of our armory. We told you we are a service provider, security service, LLC, and then we are a revenue generating agency. In the middle of providing security service, we wanted to know our stock. We did an assessment, but we didn't do it alone. When we did the first one with the question and answers, we had the RAA doing it for us. So the next one was the Liberian Armed Commission. You know, Armed Commission, they have the statutory responsibility for armed and ammunition. They did a stock of our armed and ammunition. Several regulations were made. We moved some arms from LIS to the EPS through the request. So actually, EPS, they were armed back. We moved some arms from the LIS to the LMP. Actually, LMP gave it back to us. That's that, on the due information. Growing all of that, we were able to make some readjustment within the umbrella. And we were able to rotate and relieve the 2 officers that were held on the representative. What we also done in LIS, when we took over, obviously, we did some readjustment.
So this is where we are, folks. You listen to the LIS boss, Mr. Steve Zago, and he's saying something that's very, very, very revealing. He says they did internal audit. They did some audit within their system, and they got to realize that 148 individuals on the payroll of the institution have been ghosted. Some of the people, their names have just been there, but they've not been taking pay. So the question he asked then is, where have the money been going? Where have the money been going? Who been taking the money? Who been signing for those individuals? 148 persons. The names are on the payroll every month. When it's time for the actual employees of the institution to receive their bank alert, bam, the money can get deposited to those accounts. Bam, bam, the next month it go there. Who been collecting the money? You know, and this is where we are. In the midst of this, the average salary of an immigration person in the country is $160.
Wow, all you want,
$160. Now he's saying that this is the immigration service that he inherited. And who did he inherit it from? From Vasco then. From the CDC government. The LIS,
the ghost government.
140 ghost names. Vasco, let's start with you, Vasco, on this issue. Vasco, what does it say about our country? What does it say about, I mean, with everything that the LIS boss is saying now, where do you think we can start to fix this thing from? 148 persons is not a small number. So let's just assume, let's take the list of $150, right? Let's assume those 148 persons, each of them have been making let's say $150 times the 148, you'll be talking about
$23,680 a month.
No, I took 150. I just took
150.
So you times it by the 12 months, you'll be talking about 266,000, quarter of a million. Oh my word. This is very, very.
I
So,
mean, at least it's not like you today.
I mean, $250,000. Let's hear you on this one, Vasco.
You know, this is what they call monotonous.
Oh, you know what? Thank
Talking
you.
one thing over and over.
We're not teaching you. Whoa.
Every
Thank you,
minister,
Ture.
every agency in government,
I mean, you're interrupting the brother, please.
every agency, every other minister or ministry in government, this is the saying. Every one of them is saying, "Oh, we came here, and this is what we got, and this is what we." Okay, y'all fix it. You know, they won't get too much talking in it.
But
Because
Vasco is like, you get anything much to say about this?
yeah, but no, nothing. You see, this is an allegation coming from Steve Zago. Is it a fact?
No, Vasco.
Eh?
Vasco. The LRS boss said
Yeah.
they carry on an internal audit. Just as President Parker said they were going to audit the previous administration, that the kind of audit then they carry on at the immigration service. Okay, what the payroll you get? You're bringing the payroll leader. How many person on the payroll? How much you've been paying the people? Who never been signing for the money? They did all those different investigations. And the investigation uncovered that 140 persons have been taking pay, but those people have not been visible. They've not been seen anywhere around the vicinity of the institution. Then the question is, Vasco, who do you think have been taking the pay? Because we had similar situation at the Ministry of State. You remember those 730 persons. I'm coming. Those 730 persons. Senator Prince Moise said they prepared the check, waiting for the 730 persons to go and collect the money. The people can show face. So what exactly did the CDC government do to the country, Vasco? And this is the question that many Nigerians are asking.
So Steve Zago said he prepared a check for the people to go collect their money.
No, I'm saying Senator Mwe. No, I'm saying Senator Mwe in the case of the 730 persons at the Ministry of State.
Nelson, all these things these people saying, I don't believe nothing. Because they pay the government pay system. Look, the only place some of this information can come from are the people who prepare the payroll. This payroll is prepared by, it's not prepared by the LRS, the Liberia Immigration Service. It's prepared by, how you call them, the finance ministry. So how can a director or check come and say, oh, according to our own internal investigation, we saw that 100 and some more person. Where he got information from? Did he check
the internal audit? The internal audit agency carries on these kinds of audit within institutions.
Which of course I know that. But then this is something that you can't just believe it, because the system in which the government, you know, how can
Vasco, this issue seems to be too difficult.
No, it's not difficult, Nelson. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Now, this final minister is part of the rescue mission. So he should be telling the Liberian people, yes, what this man is saying, what we actually doing the payroll, these are the number of people that we pay. I don't see anything that making sense over there.
Damn it, Vasco. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you,
I don't see anything that making sense. All these people will come out because they want shit bling. This is your government. Go find the people that ate the money. Not every day press conference.
There goes.
If you show who paid it, so if that goes, somebody eating the money, Nelson. So that goes, somebody eating the money. And the people that eating that money, their name will be there. The government says here, no Gina or just can be taking money from government payroll. That him won't be, your name will be there. You have to go and
No, no.
sign.
What if the Gina at CDC Gina?
Calamity. That's what the calamity is happening.
Their system, the payroll system, everybody receive the alert. Your name got to be in our system. Yeah. If you have a ghost need that money when I talk to you.
Okay, thank you, Vasco.
Because they
Thank you,
got people
Vasco.
that are
Yeah,
big
please,
government for
let's
it.
move
Yeah.
on.
Maybe their system key from the early times there. Maybe somebody goes there talking about the key from Joseph Boga in town when they were with the Unity Party. 12 years.
Thank you, Vasco.
Exactly.
Let's hear from Francis. Francis, go ahead.
I mean, laughing
Terrible.
and they kind of
Let me
talking.
just start from the end of Vasco's statement to show how useless the CDC government was, right? Let's agree.
Exactly.
Let's agree that it goes came from the early government.
But yeah,
But
when the
because
government just pay a little bit money.
That's okay, Mills. Princess did not interrupt you.
I had a true rock just so
Listening to you.
I don't interrupt you. Just so my mouth can be full so I don't talk. So just mute yourself.
Yeah, guys, let's do this now. Go ahead, Francis.
The CDC government was so useless. It was dangerous to Liberian people. First of all, 23. I only doing nursing once and 150. That 160 they say they pay people. So monthly, that $23,680. Yearly, $284,160 for the 5 years. $1,420,800. My Liberian people. Even if you are diehard reaction, you should be pissed off. This is not a party. Even if you are diehard reaction, but you are Liberian, you should be pissed off because the money went somewhere. If our brother can sit there, they pay that from the finance ministry. The money comes from the finance ministry. Each agency have their HR department. They send list of employees to finance ministry and say these are the people that will pay you. So finance ministry will pay the people on that list. The amount requested to pay the 100 people or the 2,000 people that LS listed. Finance ministry will send that money. Finance ministry not going to go evaluate list and say, let me make sure all the people here really working here before I send it to you. No, let's send that list of employees or people that's going to get paid. Finance ministry pay them. So don't come over here talking all that tabata and stuff. You're standing over there. You want to say a keep at any time. So you guys, the Jack Kim, citizen Jack Kim, didn't care about anything. They came, calling here and say, let's check out our own. So they didn't care if the Liberian people money was being wasted by the any government according to what our brother Vasco say. So they didn't care. They said, we're not going to eat our own. But one thing I'll tell you that he's a liar because Senator McGill, who was then one-time chief of staff, he said that the whole job creation thing that the CDC government said that they're going to do, that how they are creating jobs. Just putting people name on payroll to agency, just flooding the payroll, they say that the job they are creating. Because they didn't have no innovation to bring any kind to create jobs for the people. They just took that name and put it on the payroll. And they said they created a job. Then when the Baga government come and start cutting them from there, removing goods, they say, yeah, see, they're taking food from people's mouths. They're taking food from people's table. You see that type of craziness?
Yeah,
That's the problem. That's why the President Baga government has to lay the foundation for the future. So yes, they are making mistakes. But let me tell you one good thing with a mistake. Now that they have even come with a motorcycle thing and said, get helmet, get insurance, register, everybody should wear helmet, everybody should wear reflector jacket. Guess what now? The next government that will succeed this government don't have to deal with the crap that the CDC government left for them with the motorcycle issue. The next government that will come, hopefully the way they're cleaning the period and taking all the ghosts of Christmas past from the list, the next government don't have to come and do the same thing. So that's what we're supposed to do. But that reckless CDC government that came, they didn't care what was going on. Just stealing and fast and say, oh, it's not true. It's not true. That you might go and order the people agency before you know it's true. But guess what, shit, man? That's it.
Thank you. Francis, thanks a lot. Let's move to Pilar. Then Emmy will take us to the phone line. Or Emmy, you want to come in? Then you can go ahead. You decide, and then we.
Yeah, let me come and be that so late comer. So yeah, but Nelson, every department, agency, or whatever that do these things, that will do audits, they will find Gosney in every every area. If the what the transportation people, if they try to do that too, they will see a lot of ghosts there. My grandma and all can be on there. My late grandmother, grandfather, they will be on it. Trust me. This is what these people were doing, stealing from our country. These are some of the things that we say when we say we are damaged the country. They say we don't know how, we can't say how. This is some of the way. Just flooding the payroll and those names, some of those things are going into their own accounts, hidden accounts. It going, that's what it was so pissed. Now saying taking food from people's mouth. How can you be auditing a payroll and then you telling the Liberian people that people taking food from people's mouth and people who didn't know they come here to you can't be taking food from people's mouth. You can't be taking all the people, they are ghosts. Ghosts don't eat. Ghosts are lying in the grave. I mean, well, whatever they can be here. They don't eat. They can be on no payroll. Okay? Anywhere in this government, every place, whatever government agency, what do you go at? You will find that. Trust me. So that everybody needs to start filing suit. They need to start filing the immigration, and whoever has done it, they need to do the same thing. Because this is another way of saving money too, Nelson, for the country. Because look, you just did a calculation. Look at all that money. Where is it going? You know what I'm saying? That could be just going to what? JFK. Even though we had enough going there, they were stealing it, taking it. But if they now that they're ready to, if they're already working, that could be just going there. That could be money for agriculture, adding the budget up. That could be money for a lot of things that is not happening in Liberia. So every agency need to do these. They need to do their auditing thing here. They need to do it. It's rather, if you had seen it from the entire what is it? What I put in civil service something now into immigration, you best believe everybody needs to do it. That's what I gotta say about that. And the cities, they will not get anything to say. Say it, I don't believe it. Who are you? Who cares? They say audit. He said you don't believe it. Who's looking for your approval before you believe something? But you come here all day and run propaganda things and I know you adding up, but they're telling you audit. And he tell you who says so, how you might not know. You don't know what audit is? Yeah,
Thank you.
man. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Peter, let's hear you, Peter. Then we'll go to the phone lines.
Thank you, Hard. And let me say to Hard, to each and everyone, Vasco, I mean, Francie, and to all well-meaning Liberians that are following the show tonight. You know, the issue about people believing everything should be politicized, it is because they have certain motive or certain agenda that we center around their set elevation or how they should be known over the whether for the positive or the negative reason. So people will always see us being reactive or responsive to some of the things Vasco say. It's because we have a responsibility on the platform. It's to keep the sanity and the kind of respect people get for the platform. You come on the platform, you talk about change. You talk about talking for the people. And then you do not want to look at some of the right things that has been happening that will enhance the format of that people you talk for all of the times. It's a contradiction to your claim that you're talking for the people. So I listened to the LRA boss. Basically, I was impressed with his report. And I think, like you said, I mean, they should go across. Because if you do not find out some of these business things that are happening in the past, at the end of the day, there are many people you see complaining nowadays that they have not been paid for such and so months. Those are people that they haven't been going to work. They do nothing but they complain about pay. Those are people that have been on ghost names. You talk about not believing the LRA boss. Now he told you that we have a reputable institution that do this work when it comes to financial matter, investigate and know what is the realistic aspect of some of these names that have been posted. And Nelson tried to checkmate you that Senator Moy even talk about paycheck were provided to those that serve from the Ministry of State angle precisely from those that said that they were working, they didn't come for their pay. So how do you want to believe what they are saying? But we can understand some people got their own personal agenda against the country agenda. At the end of the day, they were enrolling into saying some of these things to certify their greed. So we like to encourage government institutions. We know there have been some audits. Come out to say, give us some of those basic statistics. For somebody to say we'll come on the platform, we're not talking about the CDC, you lying. Because the CDC just left out. So for some of these basics need to be correct, we have to talk about what the date and some of the basis numbers that come in so we can make progress as a government. It's a very good thing to audit each and every institution you take over to know what you're inheriting and what you're moving forward. I don't think that is a bad thing. And I think every government institution should do it in that direction so we can see a smooth governance, a transparent and accountable government. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Bila. So I think with that, we want to go to the phone lines. Fast.
Oh God, I think you're going again.
LEC, come, will let the brother
I think
go.
we can go to the phone lines now.
Wow,
Calamity got your phone.
We'll come back.
I see the ghost there. The ghost enter your phone.
Calamity got you, Nelson.
Who tell you to bring ghost name Benny on the show tonight?
The ghost that mad taking that money away.
What you trying to say? The ghost enter the
So, guys, let's do this now. Let's go to the phone lines.
The ghost thanking for you.
Yeah, let's do. No,
that's the reason why you brought ghost name Benny. Like ghost that disturb you today.
Come on, man. Come on.
You're a mess.
So let's go ahead. Let's take some calls now, beginning with this one here. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you call from, sir?
Oh, I'm calling from Jersey. Good morning. My name is Emmanuel Warren. First.
Okay, Mr. White, go ahead, sir.
Well, I was listening to Vasco. Vasco, that's what you guys are in the country that damaging the country. I do not understand why they're damaging the country, and they feel within themselves that the little change they can get from some past government official from CDC make them happy, and they're damaging the country for their children's future. There's nowhere in the world every agency and ministry and company do have temporary staff. Not everybody just goes straight at 7 on the payroll. No. But every agency creates something that you can send. You have people to work and you pay them cash on the table, or sometimes you even pay them through the bank. But they have not even met the criteria to be permanent employee. They are temporary staff. When CDC got in power, all the letters that came from that chairperson giving the people to go to the federal ministries and agency, the CDC asked questions that if vacancy was there and they were giving letters to people, he asked himself, when people take over the same people, everybody want to please them, that supporter. They created a lot of huge job opportunity for people to work within the system. We're suffering the government right now as we speak. Some people, I have a lot of friends to where I came from. I'm from Grand Chile. And I will tell you that majority of the guys from that side, other people, they are sufficient. But some of them don't even go to work. They don't even go to work. You can't even see them. You don't know them. But they're on government payroll. The court has said they're working.
Wow.
But now that you can't even find them going there. So you see, people in the country, they just open their mouth and talk. And this is not about talking and backing negative things. This is, you have to be patriotic. Liberia is bigger than every Liberian, bigger than every political party.
Thank you.
Today, the Unity Party, tomorrow be another party.
Thank you,
but
sir.
If Unity Party goes wrong, we tell them the truth.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
It does not mean that you're not a citizen. So Vasco should keep a mouth shut if he ain't got no idea on thing that is happening.
Let's respect Vasco.
If I just tell you that maybe Vasco.
No, Thank you very much, sir.
Vasco is not sitting good in studio.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's respect
But you
Vasco.
can get mad at him, but don't
Every
funny.
other person here. Because at the end of the day, let's treat people the way we expect to be treated. Vasco here has a right as a Liberian to express his views on issues in the country. We can
people that get
disagree with
caught
him.
and insult them,
That's
supposed to know them and stop them from making calls.
yeah. No, it's not going to happen again, Vasco. It's not going to happen. So I think every single person needs to be respected. Everyone deserves the right to be heard, and that's the
Yeah.
beauty of the show. Let's
Get
talk to
mad
this
at
person.
Vasco, but don't insult
Hello.
him. That's not right.
Hello.
Yeah, morning, Leslie. How are you?
Yes, sir. You we okay? It's good to have you on. Let's hear you.
Good evening to the panelists. Follow your show, and I'm calling from Pennsylvania. I'm Godwin. Yeah, I can imagine people that Vasco being in charge with President we are, former President we are. I can imagine the kind of advices they were giving. Vasco was giving.
No, but Vasco has been giving some very good pieces of advice to the former president. Vasco Hossein for the former president placed the opinion in the highway. You know that.
Oh, yeah, I understand. So I think Vasco was one of those presidents that were getting paid, and his name was on a payroll, but he was not visible doing a job. So let me tell you, Vasco and other reactions will fought very hard, are fighting very hard to see the government not succeeding. They are fighting very hard. Because in every ministry and agency, we have internal audit department. So you think from the blue sky, the air and the immigration boss will just come up and create new stories.
Mama, please remove your face cap.
At the end of the day, Vasco and all will be saying that they're taking food for people more, that the sun will continue, that the sun will be sinking.
Thank you.
I mean, it's very sad for our country. Vasco lives in the Western world, and he see people driving motorbike. You see how they are protected. You can just take motorbike and go buy in the store and put it on the street of Philadelphia. No, you have to be registered, fully registered, insurance, everything, and you don't have helmet. Even little kids are riding bicycles around here. You have to protect the child with helmet and all the necessary accessory to ride a bicycle and a motorbike. And Vasco will be sitting there and continue to see things put in the right thing, and they're looking at to be wrong.
Going, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Maybe Vasco will continue to live the rest of their life in the Western world.
Thank you. Let's be there.
Better.
Thank you.
Let's will get better. It's
thank
our
you.
own.
This country will get better. Thank you. Hello, your name and where you call from, sir?
Hey, Nelson, it's Tommy, Virginia. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
I just want to call the police IG and the motorcyclists, and without starting this, I think Francis was completely correct. A policy as huge as that was isn't an original idea from the police IG. It's something that came from the top executive, maybe the president's office or the vice president's office. I think what we saw the vice president doing was that, in my opinion, I think he was doing damage control. I think the way in which they carry out the policy is extremely flawed, and then it unintentionally looked bad on the executive, and so he had to intervene. And I think the
so you think that intervention was appropriate? You think so?
I think it was necessary. I don't know if it was appropriate. I think it was immature. I mean, premature. It was necessary to avoid more damage. However, I think the undermine the authority of the police IG. I think the goal here is to empower your subordinates, right? By intervening as early as he did, he unintentionally made public aware that the IG is unable to carry out the mandates of the police office and of the executive office. And I'm a fan of the IG. The last thing I want to say, I think this is a step, right? Safety matters. I think wearing helmets and everything matters, but I think they have to go beyond that. If safety is what really matters to the government, then perhaps they have to start implementing policies. So you and I know it's so easy to get a license, so easy to go. You don't even need a license I think they should mandate that all of these guys have licenses, but also work the other department, transportation department, to make sure that these guys are proving that they're capable or they're able to operate these machineries that are operating in order for them to get a license.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, guys.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for your input. Let's take this person. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you call from?
Oh yeah, my name is Moses Horton, calling from Minnesota.
Yes, sir. Let's hear you. You're live on the show.
Yeah, okay. Number one, the public need to start listening to Vasco. Vasco entitled to his opinion. I don't think anybody should insult him. That one. Two, Vasco is being brainwashed by the sedition, so you don't blame him for whatever he says.
And you
I
may
know
be
he
right.
might be wrong most of the time.
You may be right, because the other day Vasco said on this platform that since he started propagating the CDC here, he said some top official, former official of government, so now they can call him. So apparently those people can call
they're looking for
Vasco.
popularity,
Yeah.
but in that sense, so I mean, y'all leave the man alone. That man looking for popularity, so y'all leave Vasco alone. You know. So I just listen to the show. I had a great show today. Emmy and Frank said you guys are smart. Just don't pay attention to Vasco, okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much. You know, Vasco said the CDC officials can call him and tell him this is our agenda. We got to push it this way. In fact, disrupt those guys. When Ami wants to talk, don't give a chance. If they mute your microphone, shake your hand on the string.
They're calling the wrong girl name.
Hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
The wrong sister.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, okay. Hi to you and hi to...
Can you reduce the volume of your TV? Can you reduce the volume of your...
All right. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Let's hear you.
Hi to you and hi to... Okay. Hold on a little bit. It's okay?
I think it's much better.
Okay, I say hi to you and hi to the panelists. The first thing here is that, with Vasco and the other reaction and seditions, their style of politics right now is that whatever positive they fail to do, this government should not do it.
Exactly.
And so they will do every other thing to undermine the process. When it comes to the motorbike issue, I think this government is proceeding the wrong way. If I was the police IG, I was giving a condition to the VP and to the party chairman. And the condition would have been, go and tell these people, let the process start. Let the process start. When the process starts, when we start implementing the process, then of course, we can start a discussion to see what to do next instead of, just making this government look very, very bad. Because for everything is starting, when they start at the end of the day, they are proceeding almost like the CDC. You see? So I think this is wrong. This is very wrong. If I were the police IG, VP Kun would take the IG job and continue with the IG job, and I go and sit down.
You
see? So I think they need to think. If they will take Liberia to another level, they need to rest, sit, and think and organize themselves as a government.
Thank you, sir.
To work.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for your input. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Okay. So so you can keep your calls coming. We'll take 2 more calls on the WhatsApp, and then we'll be out. Let me welcome our co-moderator, Moba Zoka. Moba, thanks for joining us. So let's go back to the phone lines, and let's see if we can take this person here. Hello. Okay, so we lost that caller. So I think we can come back to do our closing.
Hey, Moba. You think you can make close up?
Yeah. So Moba, what you open? What you?
What do you
open?
But I'll follow the conversation. That's how busy I am. So I know what you got. Yeah, I just been busy to feed it out.
Yeah, I can understand. Mobile. Anyway, we're talking other one at the end of the show. We'll discuss at the end of the show. But let's do our closing, guys. Let's do our closing. Let's start with Vasco, Francis, okay. Let's start with Emmy, Morba, Francis, and Vasco will be last.
You want to get Vasco last? You want to get the man? Maybe the last man. I want Portugal the man. We're gonna sit down the man got last.
No. Vasco will be the last. Vasco will be the last on this one.
When did Vasco start being the last? You want me to Vasco your co-moderator? I'm taking yours to him.
No, but why you guys don't want to go?
No. What?
Why all of you guys want to go after Vasco?
Let me go.
Not all of you guys, but why Vasco have to? Everybody can go before.
Now this Vasco said he wants to be the last. Okay, yeah.
Francis, that Vasco order we taking now?
You ain't the Vasco last to be last.
Exactly. That Vasco order we taking now?
Well, folks, thanks to all of our viewers. Thanks to everybody for calling in. You know, people will always come here. You know, sometimes people say, "Oh, don't get upset." You know, it's disappointing too. Sometimes you just can't sit somewhere on a platform and just let some kind of tabata just go unchecked. You know, we will not always be correct. But when somebody lies to our people, we should call them out, especially if you're trying to say something that you never used to say before. But I want to thank you guys for coming. This government is making a lot of mistakes, but one thing I'm saying, the foundation the government laid will set the tone for future government. You know, see what happened? They made a big mistake, right? They policy the issue for the bikers. Now, if they go into place where everybody got insurance, helmet, the reflector jacket, all that stuff, the next government that comes in 2029 won't have to worry about it. That's something that will be in place. Something that should have been in place before the government came in. So let's bear with it. Some of the changes that will come will be tough. Let's bear with it. But if you are, it doesn't matter if you are Sidisha, Weasha, UPS, whatever the case may be. If you are Liberian and you hear that money was stolen or misappropriated, sometimes the money doesn't have to be stolen, my people. It doesn't have to be stolen. If they don't use the money for its intended purpose, if they don't use it for the right reason, you should also be upset, regardless of if you are partisan or not, because you are Liberian. The hospital, the money has not go to the hospital. If it doesn't go there, and you sick as a citizen, you go to the hospital, or United Palestine, you go to the hospital, they don't get special list. Say, oh, the United Palestine, okay, go check in room 204, the medicine there for United Palestine. When citizen can, oh no, that United Palestine government, so you can get so. No. So if there's no drug in the hospital, everybody feel it. Everybody feel it. So when money go missing or is misappropriated, every one of us should be upset. Let me tell you something now. Policy better don't come inside. Then finally, I want to remind you guys again, I'm still collecting smoke alarms and fire extinguishers to send to Liberia to help our folks. This whole thing is not over. The fire extinguisher is still going on, but I'm still collecting stuff. As you see, it keep coming. Thanks to my brother Nathaniel BK Sasa, who I'm going to call. He just pledged another 50 that he will send to me. You know, I'm still collecting the thing. I want to collect at least 1,000 before we can send the first shipment to Liberia, and we're giving it free. We don't care if you United Palestine, you see this shit. We just want our people there to get a fighting chance. So if you are following us every time, if you want to inbox me to make a contribution, that's fine. But let all of us do it and help our people. We can't depend on the government for everything. So please reach out. Let's get smoke alarm or fire extinguisher, wherever we can, to send to our people and give them for free, no cost. Thank you.
Thank you, Vasco. Let's hear you. Is Soiree with us?
They're running away because they don't want to talk. I will talk. So Nancy, thank you. Look, I'm here. I'm on this show because I have my own view. I look at things differently, and you guys look at things the way you see it. I look at things the way I see it. I'm not a person who just listen to somebody and believe what the person saying. No, I followed the government, and I know the civil servant agency, and I also know the number of people that we met that was employed in government, and the number of people we left when we're leaving government. So for one immigration man to just come tell me, say, oh, and he had 100 and some more ghost name. Where? Which one of the payroll the ghost name were on? Because we have two types of payroll. We have the basic payroll, and that basic payroll, the basic payroll had like 45,000 people on that basic payroll. Then we had a general allowance payroll that had almost like 25,000 people on our payroll. And this is the number of people that we left. So where they taking all the ministry, I've been listening to almost everybody. That's why I said I'm monotonous. Because almost all the ministry in Liberia, they say they have a ghost name. Okay. Let me tell you something. Let me educate you people small too.
Jesus.
Okay? Look. The ghost name, most of the ghost name that we're talking about, it don't come from the entire system, like the civil service system, because the civil service system is protected in that general allowance system. So some of your big people there, maybe the immigration boss or whosoever, they go to bring their own people and just put them on payroll. They said take care of our payment. That was not in the system. Because not everybody working in government going through that system. Something you all know that. The people that they just put down the few days, they almost like 700 people, they wasn't going through government payroll. Those people that part of the allowance something. So I would not sit there for Steve Zago to say, oh, 100, who know that he want to bring his own people? This is what they're doing. And we got a lot of things to talk, Nelson. We got a lot of better things to talk that the government doing. For that, they leave. Because these people in power now, let them prosecute whosoever. They know that put people on payroll or have ghost name and whatsoever. They are the one that in power. Let them prosecute. Let us stop their bling. You in power, you just complaining all day. What are you complaining for? If you know the system, you know the people that are put people on payroll, go after them. Because we know everything you're doing is to bring people and put a lot of people on our payroll. You don't know today what they got doing the water and sewer. Because he wants to take the people from job, he telling the people to work 7 days a week. More Ali. These are the things I expect on next in the volume. Come on. 7 days a week, they must go to work on Sunday. Because you want to move there and bring people. Everywhere that what you're doing. So the other men can't wait to ghost name. So that 100 some people, you went over 100 some people, you can put in there. Because you said that ghost name. These are the things you're doing. Now you want for me to believe what you're saying.
Thank you, Pastor.
I see
the
the
people complaining say they've been listening to you for 5 minutes already.
Go do drug test.
Go ahead. Thank you, Pastor.
They are saying they drug.
I didn't know Pastor can get test too from these people now.
Pastor, I think they thank you. You're talking to you.
I know. I didn't know you can get tests from the people that.
And you, I want to dress you, but I'll leave it.
Who are you dressing?
When you come to show, you tell your own. Don't come tell me say this show gets sent and the people you want me to talk.
You want me to talk dressing? Why you dressing somebody?
I wanted that dressing. Sorry.
The boy got clothes on. Go
ahead. It is not about. Man, I think.
I know where you get test from. They're telling you Tabata you're not acting a giant. Let me teach you.
Educate you. Your own government, your president, your father listen to me when I say all this show and the words that so I'll whip you again.
Thank you very much.
Who tells you that?
No shame.
I know. Who tells you that you're explaining here right now?
Yeah, move on.
Thank you for waiting.
You're the one keep Vasco talking now.
At the end of the week, maybe Saturday we're going to give you a award. But basically, it's not about your belief. It is about what is right. What are people should hear that has to do with proceeding in government. You say that you want to bring out knowledge, basic knowledge as to how Gosney operates and other stuff to validate our point. We are not saying the basic Gosney could be on an individual payroll. When you listen to the Civil 7 director, he basically explained that there are 5 to 6% on one mobile money stuff because they got busy way to pay people, right? So he gave the basic explanations. So you just sitting here validating some of the things we said, but you refuse to accept the basic report that I gave them to define. But that is the country we find ourselves in. Everybody got their own agenda as to how they feel that they should express themselves. And I respect you for your opinion. So my concluding have to do with what I saw in Liberia today. It actually speaks some volume. And the narrator in Liberia is always like things has not been happening because people want to interview, people want to be linear, people want to, look at the society from different and fine. That's leadership. People could say a leader should intervene when somebody is crying. But that issue about the implementation of the police coming to have some reconsideration, trust me, it's my view, and I hold on to it, that nothing will go forward. Nothing absolutely will go forward. Over the past period of time, we have had police telling motorcyclists to insure their back, get hammered, and all this stuff. It has not been coming to fruition. Why is it that should be reinforced? Because they have had complaint about you bringing a measure that was very necessary for their safety. You coming up back to tell us they should do these visiting before they come out in the street. I'm saying it today. You're gonna charge me. That particular time limit that they gave for those guys to come back in the street with him and all the stuff, it will not come to fruition. Because right there, I don't want to say this to the Liberian National Police because there are most of these guys will use that means to say, okay, but there's not serious. We came up with the first thing. Obviously in Liberia, when the first action is not being implemented, the first move of certain policies is not being implemented, come on, that policy is there upon arrival. So I was a little bit disappointed, but it's leadership. Sometimes you have to listen to your people as well to get the country moving smooth. On the issue of agencies or various government entity and auditing, you can audit. But somebody will say CDC can't let leave CDC finish doing that. You'll be daydreaming to say we should leave CDC. We want to know what the government coming with in power and what they will be leaving it, because if another government having to come, they will do some of these business things that the unity party government doing. That is just governing. When they say government is continuity, it's not all about taking the country from maybe your way in election so as you come and sit in that position. You should tell the people yourself, you are accountable to them. So the issue about accountability and transparency is what the government came to power with, and it will be done. Nobody should come on the platform and tell us we should not talk about CDC. We will. If you did a bad thing, come on, you will go to jail. If you violate your power, somebody goes in, will put you in jail. Thank you very much, Army, for the opportunity.
All right, you see, you want to go live?
Yeah, let me just give my 1 or 2 cents. Guys, thank you, man. Thank you for holding the show this few days, man. I really been busy, but I will be back soon. Okay, let me go to the main issue here, right? We all understand, like, things. Sometimes when the police, the IG, let me just say Liberia as as general, right? If they say something, they don't implement these things a lot of times. Sometimes they feel lenient, there are leniency somewhere. You see people coming and talking about for the motorbike issue. I think I would argue on the aspect because people would think say the IG is maybe weak or maybe the vice president trying to come to his maybe take his position or say what one or two. Look, I want to say government. As time you listen to your citizen and the vice president reaching out to the IG, I don't see it to be anything like an undermining or maybe not listening or maybe not doing things by his words or maybe finding it difficult for him to say what he want to say. or what you want to do to the motorcyclists. But on the other hand, let us realize that the motorcyclists, a lot of them depends by riding back. They got more than 2, 3 family here that depending on them. So I think the RG by going by rethinking, they should bring this and to get a hammer, do this. I think it's better. I think 100% accept that, and I was the one who were advocating for them. Yes, a few months ago because
I was really
they wanted to take them out from the street. And we can say this: if you take majority of the guys from the street, you know what you causing in Liberia? You causing a lot of harm. You causing criminal rate. It will go up. Like more. I mean, like the way it's looking now, it will go up more than this. So we shouldn't come here and say the RG, maybe the RG weak because he listened to the vice president to leniency, all the one. No, it was a right decision for the RG to make, and we all must be here to commend it and to tell him thank you, but shouldn't be here to say him weak, him this, him that. No, he's not weak. The only thing we all need to say, let the people take the protective measure, the helmet, the boots, make sure you well, and for safety and follow the guideline of safety rule. Then we all can come here and say yes. They are Liberians. They get now. There's no company for them. That's where the majority of them feed their family. They send their children to school. So we should respect it. Some people got job. They believe in that job. They go to job 7 o'clock. You respect it. So why about them? They are human beings. They get family. So we shouldn't come here and degrade and say something against the RG by not giving the people that right. So for that one, the RG score 100 over 100. Let me go to the civil service. I mean the payroll issue. Look, let me tell you. I was in Liberia recently. I know how the payroll works. My brother, sorry, just said it. So all I think he's talking about that Vasco, that one, he just saying it because people that sit down there, sedition, we are saying that's type thing. Look, the payroll works like this. If I working in an entity, for example, I will get like the mobile money issue. You will get more than 6 people ghost name. Sometimes it will be call it ghost name. They will be on our payroll. You know why? But that money is going to one government official. They get more than 5, 6 people payroll. I mean name on it, but going to one government. It happened a lot. While one Liberia, I saw people from the previous government. We sat down, we talked, and they discussed this issue, and we saw it. So we shouldn't come here and say they. And majority and some other people, they put their family need there. They're not taking pay, they're not working someone at home. Majority of the government officials, I mean they pass government officials. So we shouldn't come here, we shouldn't come here and say, oh, the people coming through, they coming with their own people. Look, the people trying to clean the entire payroll. That's what the government doing. They're trying to clean the mess out so that they can. No, let me tell you, the amount of people who not working, they're saying now, or some of them who on payroll and some of them who get more than 5, 6 people on one car, that money going to them. You know what that money can do to one village in Liberia? It can change. It can change a lot of schools and clinic. It can help people. It can save life. But you say that one person will take it every weekend to go to Calabar to go drink
Your
beer.
cleanest.
Then we come here when we say something and he say day. But look at let me conclude. Let me not conclude by saying my last thought about the whole. I know you don't discuss it, but let me just come in a little bit and I'll just do my question on it. The whole damage issue. You saw the mention of the people taking, and now I seen seditions coming on, telling the Liberian, oh, y'all go vote for Baga, you see Baga coming take you from your market hall and thing. No. In every country, look at Rwanda. People can sit in Guato to eat. People can sit on the downside to eat because the people value the health sector. Because if you believe in hygiene, look, the health sector will be better. But look at our country. Look at Sony One. Look at Sony One today. You can go there now and you sit down there because the people they carry on thorough cleaning in the entire city and breaking down Zen run that is not necessary to be where it's supposed to be. People coming from outside the country, when they go in the city, you see the whole place dirty. Oh, you see Zen run, a lot of small boot. And now the people carry on these things. Liberian, y'all work together. Join a team, y'all clean your country. Let the government, the only thing I want you to do, y'all make a proposal to the government that, oh, government, We want you to find a place so we can go there and probably be doing our business and stuff, and then let the government come in. But for the cleaning aspect, Liberians, let us be happy. Let us embrace it and work along with this government. Thank you.
Thank you, Mama. Yeah, so again, the decision now by the police IG with Ahmed and all of that, it's a good thing. Very nice. But the only thing I seen in it is that if this was something that JMB and Jeremiah couldn't have something to do with, then they're supposed to sit down and think about it thoroughly before they came out with a decision. That is my only disappointment in the whole thing. Not come up with something, put it out there. Instead, this is going to happen. So and so did. Then when they did something, you can't tell us it after sitting down and thinking about, oh, so you didn't think about it the first time? After people making noise around, they got politicians among them, beyond them, doing everything and something. Then you come back and say, even if that's not a reason why you're doing it, that's what it looks like. It doesn't make the government look, and we already have a lot of these instances already. So it looks like it's adding up. That's the problem. No one is saying, and for the goodness sake, for the last time, because I keep saying it, they wasn't taking food from anybody's mouth. We know people got family. We know people got this, people got that. No one was taking food from anyone's mouth. No one was telling anybody, say, don't go in the street ever again to ride bike. No more biking Liberia. Just stop this narrative that you keep pushing. That, oh, they are human beings, they have family, they have, so what? So the country should be lawless because you got human beings in there and they got families and stuff? Then what is the point of you voting for change? So they have family that were doing it, and they have family that were rich, everything was well with it, and then people just supposed to leave the country that in the person's hand that were in. Okay? No one was taking these people out of the street. They were just putting some rules in place for them. That was it. In every country, I think the Rwanda that we all sit down and talk about, and you can sit down and do this and do that, the Rwanda have laws in place too. They don't just let a lot of people to run all over the place because they got family to feed, they got children, they got something. No. So if we continue to make these excuses for people, every time they will keep coming, look at payroll, auditing payroll again. Oh, you're taking food from people's mouth. Ghosts, they're too showing up. You're taking food from people's mouth. What is this? Why would everybody keep talking about taking food from people's mouth? Why can't we stick with what is really being said? And what is really being asked of them to do? Not coming here and everybody taking food from people's mouth, taking food from people's mouth. How is that taking food from people's mouth? Before motorbike, what were people eating anyways? And they were not taking anybody from out of the street. They could have ran everywhere else and still put food on their family's table. Okay? No one is saying this decision is a bad one. But you should have thought about it and came up with it. Not to wait, come up with something else, then everybody knows it, and you come up with something, it will make it look like you are weak the moment. And that is not saying that, oh, you're not listening to your people. No. Listening to your people, if you're doing something bad, they're suffering, they're doing something, you're stealing, they're telling you to take a different turn, and you're not listening. That's what it is. Not trying to put safety in place for everybody and trying to give the city a facelift, and then people talking about it. You think people, so everything that comes in Liberia now that they try to put in place, people should just jump in and say, oh yeah, saying it affect the people, let's just leave the country to that. If these people are not doing anything, y'all be the same old Liberian people that will come here tomorrow and say they were in this place here. They didn't even do anything. They were in the other place here. They were the boss of this place. What they did there? Nothing. JB King, he said change. He didn't do anything. Now, what he's trying to do now, everybody complaining about it. So y'all gotta talk about what y'all gotta really sit and think about what y'all want. Okay? As Liberia, we all have to think about, we can't say we want this thing, but we don't want to pay some little price for it. It doesn't come free or easy. There's people that we can be looking at, we yelling and all that. Go to Rwanda and see what that president can do. Go to Rwanda and see how that president something. But look at that country. You think Anna is a poor working on tea? You think he's just sitting there and being leaning with people? and trying to put rules in place, and then they so now they miss money. No, they say, okay, fine. Yeah, go back to business as usual. We gotta be serious, baby. We really have to be serious. That's the only way our country will move forward. If we keep encouraging these things, and nobody's saying what he did here was wrong, but the timing is wrong. That's what I'm saying. If Jeremiah couldn't have something, they knew that something was wrong. They should have thought about it. It wasn't no rush. Sit down, months of consultation or whatever, and see in the end come up with a decision. Don't come up with something first, and when it time to something, you come back and say, "Oh, well, after we had a thorough consult." So when you did it for, you didn't consult with these people. That's all I'm saying. And their ghost name here. When you want to do that helmet thing and everything, they need to have numbers on those helmets, numbers on those jackets that they're wearing, the motorcyclists, and numbers on the motorcycle as well. Because if people going and doing something bad, so they can know the numbers can show the citizen and who did it and who what number is it, so they can look into the system and be able to catch people. Okay, everybody learning that. I told you, don't play with me today.
I will play with you tonight because you've taken 15 minutes.
Let me in.
Outline your thoughts, and I'm about to interrupt to get you to lose your train of
Go
thought.
ahead.
I mean, the co-host.
Thank you. That's all. You know what? I'm not gonna come here. So you and Vasco can something this year. What's the problem?
Why you always be threatening people? Why you always be threatening?
I mean, Leah.
Vasco is directing quiet.
I mean, Leah. Biggie, that I mean, Leah. Vasco, I tell you, quiet. Go ahead, mama.
Vasco, yeah, man. You have been enjoying me. All running play. I'm going to show you watching yourself. You enjoy yourself.
Nelson, you the host of this show, but you're allowing the people to take it from you. Today, you said you acting like the United Party government. How you behaving, Nelson? When you make a decision, you make it.
I may conclude so we can move on, brother.
Yeah, but he always calling people out for
you already know your government weak.
He
know how to catch your government now. Your government weak. They're scared of protest.
Let's give time to conclude.
Your government scared of protest.
We gotta go. We have to go. Emmy, you want to land? You want to land first?
I lost my thought. You already
lost your so quick you lost your thought. So I think
you only here for 2 minutes Vasco interrupting me. You never say anything, but you always calling people out for interrupting Vasco. That is being biased.
Vasco, you have to stop interrupting Emmy.
Emmy
and Mova are our co-hosts. You guys have to stop interrupting the guys. But you know what?
Sorry.
I don't know whether it's because of the voice, because Mobile will kind of be yelling. Vasco will not crack a tea, will not say fun. But as soon as Ami starts to talk, then he be unmuting.
Yeah, they don't got respect for women. Like
I mean, voice too sharp. I mean, voice can help people ears. My voice can be hurting my ears. Too sharp.
You see this not like to hear.
I mean, you are here.
So, Emmy, anything you want to add before we go? Emmy, mute yourself. Wow. So when the co-hosts get angry on the show now, then I will do the whole show here. But at the end of the day,
I know that radio talking behind somebody or what.
Yeah, Vasco, you need to reduce.
They make it beer, then you listen to Freedom FM. What will you do now?
Man, I'm working play radio here, so.
I thought what do you? But this is my brother.
When you play radio,
CDC radio, they make it on there as a working play. CDC radio.
Man, Freedom FM radio, that man again.
You can get rid of for pushing cartoon.
So I want to say thanks to everyone. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to everyone for being here tonight. Peter Soiree, thank you. Vasco Sumo, thanks for being here. Francis Javate, our brother, thanks for being here. And so to you guys out there, Francis has the initiative. It's still ongoing. You can reach Francis. The
Yeah.
name you see up there is his social media handle. You can reach him in case you want to form part of the initiative. You can reach out to Francis. Yes, this is about
Oh,
lives.
truly, my boy.
Is
initiative.
this Francis?
And
This girl will have 5 minutes.
so
And I want
Vasco,
to put in bomb
Vasco,
people
please
houses.
mute. So Moba, thanks for being here. To Emmy, our co-host, thanks for being here as well. Thanks for hosting the show. At a point, due to technical issues, I wanted us to let go, but yes, you held on, and we're here tonight. Thank you. And I want to say thanks to our audience, our viewers from across the internet, YouTube, Facebook. I see Eric Dento is here. I see Jay, Marcia. Sorry. At this point now, I can see all in the correct, but thanks. Welcome to everyone. The internet is terrible again.
Jay Melissa,
Internet is so terrible.
my brother Lean, AJ,
So terrible.
Eric Dento, Yorga, Doris, Robert, Solo P, Masa Collie.
Solo P, no. Everybody don't work in government.
Augustus, Y, Leopold.
Not
I hope I'm
possible.
putting your name right. Please forgive me. My brother Ashford Cooper. Mama Ruth Gover. He's from North Carolina. Thank you. Tommy
Yeah,
Jr.
That's a lady from North Carolina.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Who from
Why am I even? I'm only reading for our people in it.
Now who from a city?
What city you in?
I in the Queen City.
Me, I know.
Charlotte. I in Charlotte.
Oh, okay. Charlotte, North
I
Carolina.
was saying Ruth Gover for you. So
Your roof go on fire.
you must clap your hand when
I
you
want to
see
see
me.
me. I thought you see me. They probably be running away from me when they see me.
Yeah, come on my roof. She
You
with
go-
you. With you.
I
You
said,
feel
don't
when the
they
comment
don't be in
section,
Charlotte yet. They see me, they can be running away from me.
You be good?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. All right, guys.
Can you guys hear me? That's it.
They were all y'all scared that I wouldn't see you. Would you
Vasco, I already told you your superpower. If somebody that can get seen, then you can argue with them. But for you don't get seen, so nobody can win you.
Somebody
can win you.
How can you be
So why
saying
you saying the truth? You not saying the truth. You not care how you look or how you sound. So
First of all, the
nobody
message
can win
you speak.
I don't know who
Speak
can
the
be
way you
texting
speak
Vasco.
and the way you see
Who
people. You
texting
say the
like
right way.
Tabata today? Swear that you were talking to me, son.
I tell
Let
you.
me can teach you.
But listen, I mean, the man said he can say things based on his feeling. You not say the right thing. You say based on what he believes. No, you said based on what he believes.
Okay. And we all agree there about the motorcycle.
Look, the law are the law. In every country,
Nobody can come by your superpower.
Who preach logic on the motorcyclists?
We never win you.
Who they listening to on the motorcycle?
Yeah, you that listening to?
Vasco, that you that listen to?
So I'm a kind of myself. I say they listen to me because I was the one who was on the platform advocating for them.
For Vasco, if you can listen to you, if you get smart,
guys, we have to go. I want to say thanks
That's
to
what
everyone.
Joe ended up the way he did.
I'm telling you,
they will come away again. This is how we
But Vasco said they don't talk behind the scene. They forget listen to them.
This is how we like to end the show. This is how we like to end the show tonight. Have a good night, everyone. We look forward to a good show tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye for now.
Yes, sir. A special one from the